Hello, lovely souls. The late summer days in Scotland provide the ever so slight change in light, and I took the opportunity to visit a local wildflower field, kindly provided by a farmer who welcomes bees, bumblebees, and all other insects into this purple field of wonder. This visit was heavenly, as the only noise around me was the buzzing of bees. The rolling hills of the Lammer moors, fields, lochs, and some forest was equally calming, and I could have easily stayed the whole day. After an eventful life in my younger years, today I reject the relentless noise of societal performance and have reclaimed the quiet power of my own story. By wandering through the ancient Scottish landscapes, might this be the glens, highlands, or our coastal hearth, I transformed solitude from the regard of strange into a sanctuary, proving that true belonging flourishes only when we finally stop performing for others. At a younger age, I was afraid of societal rejection. I wanted to fit in, before realizing that I'm working against my own nature. I slowly started to build my way of living, embracing what I require instead of working against myself. The consequences were often considered radical, like leaving everything I knew behind to pursue my dream of living in Scotland, and consequently experiencing family estrangement. Today, I decline to act for society or fill expectations that aren't mine. I choose intentional solitude over performative connectivity. My social calendar remains mainly empty, and yet I am busier than I have ever been by embracing nature, enjoying my creativity with crafting, baking, or tending to my cottage garden. The joys of watching butterflies and bees visiting the plants I have so carefully chosen in our garden can never be replaced by an artificial or AI-created image. Now that I have reclaimed my narrative, I am living the life that is right for me. I accept that people are different and that it doesn't matter if anyone disagrees with my way of living, as it is only I that has to live it. Solitude might be a foreign concept to some people. It took me a while to figure out that this is the way in which I thrive. We often are socialized, and the culture around us tells us how to live, what the expectations are, and we might not even question this. When I was younger, I always knew that being alone was preferable to not being alone, and yet it still took me a long time to figure out the way I need to live to feel happy and content. But some people do need the energy around them. That might be people, music, or just noises. And then some other people, like me, highly sensitive, I will never thrive in such an environment. Quite the opposite. It exhausts me. And that also reflects in the way I live. Throughout my life, I have lived in very different ways. I have lived in 4 countries, the USA, Germany, France, and in the UK. And I have lived rural, I have lived in towns, and I have lived in capitals, such as Paris and Edinburgh. And actually, when I lived in Edinburgh on a golf course, that really worked well for me, because it was green and very quiet there. If you watch my content regularly, you know that my immediate surroundings where I always walk are beautiful. It is only a 5-minute walk to my magical fairy glen, a 10-minute walk to a wonderful beach. There is a volcanic hill in the backyard that we can climb whenever we like. There are more beaches, there's forests and fields. It is very beautiful where we are. And yet, we have thought about leaving. Let me explain this. I have already done so in the membership only vlog recently. Our cottage is beautiful, I love it, and if I could, I would plug it up and bring it to the place that I wish to live. We are surrounded by houses where we are, so when I film, in the garden for example, I always make sure that you don't see the houses, because these are people's houses and lives and privacy that I want to respect. But it is also something that I don't appreciate seeing when I look out of the window. I would like to be more in the greenery, surrounded by trees and bushes and fields if I can. And that, in the long run, is the plan. The area we are living in is quite pricey though. We were very lucky to get the cottage when we did and for the price we did. So it is rather unlikely we will find something in the immediate surroundings, which means we either move further inland or up north. I know that some of you might be equally sad for me to leave the fairy cottage as I will be, but I'm very confident that any cottage we will buy, I will make another lovely fairy place. I like a challenge and I like interior designs and colors, so I'm absolutely not shying away from another project. I'm actually just now preparing a vlog on how we renovated this cottage. It might come out in September, but keep your eyes open for that if you like redecorations. My husband and I just want to live more green in our immediate surroundings. When we step out of the cottage now, we are surrounded by houses and cars and people. In the content, it looks like I'm stepping out and I'm in the greenery or in my glen, but that is not the case. I'm just filming it in the way that is aesthetic and pleasing to your eyes. So in the future, I might not live at the seaside, but I might live close to mountains, or a forest, or a loch, or fields. And all of this will be equally beautiful and will replace something that I can appreciate at the moment. A quiet life and being able to easily find solitude is my aim here. This is where I thrive, this is what I need, and we all should live in the way that works best for us. let me say goodbye now. I hope you have a wonderful week. I am sending you love and light from Scotland. Tach baleif.